Hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Asuma, where we're playing on the Hermitcraft server. Pre-stream music today was Ghost with Mary on a Cross, a beautiful song. I will talk a little bit more about that later on in the stream. We had some in-between stream support here from Hamstap85 and Nico Buena, Mr. TomTom subscribing when I weren't even streaming, and right now as we get started, Hot Melody Cheese is here for 9 months making a Twitch baby here on the twitch.tv/theasuma. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. We're working on a top secret project. That is building the Demise base for the Demise team. Yes. Also peeps, I'm not in a good mood. Let me be frank with you. I am not in the best of moods. Reason being, the doom and gloom of the whole copper situation is really starting to get to me. I've been quite resilient to it for some time, just trucking on, doing what I'm doing, but it's started to hit me a bit. It's getting closer, it's getting scarier, and yeah, that's got me kind of all over the place at the moment. Mr. Stowe is here for 5 months. Hi, this is 12 Irrelevant. Has subscribed, and Hakeji has subscribed as well. Thank you for your support, I appreciate it. Let's start off with some good stuff though. Durphil is here, subscribing as well. Durphil, thank you ever so much for your subscription, appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. We're going to go make some repairs to our armor. We're going to put some rockets. Going to put some rockets somewhere. Going to do something with rockets. What are we going to do with rockets? Going to make some, yeah. Make up some more rockets, and I'm going to leave all of these things here for now. That can go in here as well. Yes, there we go. Rightio, off we go. To the gold XP farm, and then to my base. We got Joel Gibb here for 49 months in a row, saying let's try to cheer you up by reminding you that we will support you even when you drop YouTube and stream exclusively. Keep on trucking. My friend, I appreciate your suggestion, but let's not think that the FTC is going to stop at YouTube. They've just taken, well, they're potentially disrupting the biggest video service platform on the internet. I mean, after that they can set the standard and go after anyone. So it's scary times. Badger Spanner is here with Cheers and Bits, saying a derpy corgi to make you feel a tiny bit better. So derpy. Also, we've got someone spamming in chat. Just going to sort that out. Badger, thank you for the Cheers and Bits. I appreciate the corgi. My chat is broken? Something's happened. Oh my goodness me, what is Twitch trying to do to me here? There we go. What are you doing, Twitch? Oh, I don't know. I can't interact with my chat on Twitch at the moment for some reason. Emperor Grizzly says, I don't understand what's got on X upset. Copa has got me upset, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. Once the noises in the ear calm down, we'll have a chat about that. Drink Beppis is here for 2 months, saying morning X, 5:30 AM here. Nice, I like it. Getting up super early. Great way to start your day. Appreciate you tuning in and joining me. I plan on getting up super early tomorrow as well myself. Going to set the alarm for 6. Got lots to do tomorrow. Sawyer Casey 44 has subscribed, and Rusty the Robot has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for the support. Wyam says, when's the next Mindustry stream? The next one will probably be, let me think, maybe Monday, but maybe not. I might have to not stream a lot next week. There's just so much to squeeze in and a lot going on at the moment. Yeet Boy says, why am I banned? What? Well, you're not banned because you're typing in chat, so problem solved. Problem solved. Mindustry Monday for the win, says Taco with Sauce. Yeah, maybe. You know, wait and see. Everything's touch and go. I wasn't actually going to stream this evening. I was going to stream tomorrow morning, but it just didn't make sense with everything I needed to get done and timing and And so I kind of went, do you know what? It's actually going to be best just to get in, get on this, and get it done today. Because tomorrow it's going to be pandemonium in the morning. Anyway. Here we are. Yes, we are here. Let's get rid of that cranky minecart sound. Oh, perfect. You are where we want you to be. Now we can repair mainly our wings, right? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Why ain't the rest of them angry? This don't make no sense. The game is cheating. Oh, no, we got lag. There must be a lot of hermits online? Yeah. Look at the way that arrow's moving. Right, that's gas. Gotta make them angry. There we go. We got them. They angry now. Taribo8 is here resubscribing for 16 months in a row, saying 16 months, that's more than a year already. It is, yeah. Appreciate it, dude. 4 months more. Thank you so much for your support. We also got a donation here from Exilefian saying, got a job offer to work on a particular game you and chat are very familiar with, and I have you in part to thank for your many seasons that I have watched. Well, that tells me it's Minecraft. Thank you so much. I look forward to contributing back to you in the community. Exilefian, best of luck with the... you say job offer. I mean that it's yours to take, right? A job offer is yours to take. If it's Minecraft, take it, my friend. Take it and add all the things that I suggest, please. No. Yeah, best of luck with the job. That's great. And I'm assuming by many seasons we're talking about Minecraft. I know they've been hiring recently, so I'd say that's likely. And yeah, best of luck with that. That's awesome. Golden Pants 80 is here, subscribing to Amazon Prime, and Zavindus and Dark Zada all subscribing. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. For all the peeps saying that my hotbar at the bottom of the screen is chopped off, all you need to do is just scroll down a little bit. It's just, you know, it's just cut off on your screen, not on mine. It's fine on mine. Just scroll down a little bit and it will appear, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? You know? Don't call me a derp. I'm not the one with the cut off hotbar. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with my stream whatsoever. Okay, let's go over here. Spicy Jungle says no, it's chopped. I assure you it is not chopped. I know without a shadow of a doubt my hotbar is definitely not chopped off, because I can see all of it. So clearly that means that it's not a derp and it's not chopped off. Becca Loves Pandas is here for 10 months in a row, saying, wow, the chat is busy today. Hope you're well. I'm, you know, physically well. Mentally, I'm starting to get just, you know, I'll probably be fine in a day or two. Just dealing with this copper stuff. You know, I've been pretty resilient to it so far. I've known about it for a while, and it just feels like there's been a wave of people talking about it again, and that wave has got me engaged with it again and realising how serious it is. Now, my phone has just told me that I've got a message, but I open it up, and where is the message phone? Okay, I am streaming. Oh, that is rude. That I am streaming, and it tells me, boom, you got a text. I open it up, and I haven't got a text. That is rude. Rude phone. We got a noise in the ear from Archie SV23, subscribing with Amazon Prime, and Blue Bottle 77 for 38 months in a row, saying, glad to catch you live. Thanks for the 38 months of entertainment and life advice. Thank you ever so much for your support. I appreciate it. Let's go into the video. No, the sound. Oh, top tip for you, by the way. Mojang devs have been talking a little bit about how the game works and how things are optimized. If you go into video settings, the higher this is, the worse your chunks will load. The lower, the better they will load. So I've now gone for 120 as a cap. And that should mean that chunks load a little bit better in general. Which is interesting. People, you don't need to keep telling me that you haven't put the stream on your screen correctly. Wow, that was weird, and that it's chopped off the hotbar as a result. You don't need to keep telling me you've done that. Jeez, seriously. You know? Oh, ow! No, don't trap me in. Oh, now it's going to go through the portal, isn't it? Okay, it's not. Didn't really fancy doing some reconstruction right here. We got the Black Ranger PL resubscribing for 42 months in a row, saying finally the anniversary is that the answer to the meaning of life and everything. Oh yes, the old 42 joke. We know it so well. Badger Span here with the cheers and bits saying the hotbar looks fine for me. Yeah, exactly. The hotbar is fine. Yo, just trolling X now. Exactly. But Badger, the reality is they're not trolling me. They just don't know. They just don't know how to use a web browser, you know. And it's probably all resized and awkward, and they've accidentally chopped off the hotbar on the video feed. And oh, amateurs, I tell you, these amateurs, right? Cool. What are we like? I'm amazed. I'm amazed all y'all got here to Twitch. Okay, I'm really amazed that you managed to make it over here. That's what I'm mostly amazed at. You know, congratulations on getting here. One day we'll be able to teach you how to properly put the video on your own screen so that the hotbar isn't chopped off. Okay, I think you're right. At this spot, looking at chat, people are just trolling now. They're just trolling. I can't take any else seriously, can I? Right, let's make some paper up here. And then rockets, right? It doesn't give you the recipe. Oh, and I want to make those ones. And I've made too much paper. Yay, too much paper. For some reason I thought I needed free paper for it. Like my brain. You can put free gunpowder into everyone, but... Oh, terrible brain. Where am I even going to put this paper? For now, where is rocket? Is there one for rockets over here anyway? I'm just going to put it back in with the sugarcane. I'll probably end up there next time and be like, I need some paper, and it'll already be made. Beautiful. Beautiful. Badger says, such an innocent looking face. I know, right? I know. So innocent. Right, let's stop talking about how all of y'all can't get your video to display properly, okay? Let's stop talking about that. No one wants to hear about that. I want to tell you about Ghost. I went and saw Ghost last night in London. Absolutely amazing show. So good. So good. I have seen Ghost live in the past when Papa Emeritus, or however you say his name, was the one at the microphone, the one... I don't know how they describe it. It's part of the lore of the band, right? But he was the one. And their stage show was really kind of like slow and gloomy and evil. And it was good because I liked the music, but it didn't really wow me that much as with the Cardinal. Now with the Cardinal and the new band members, the whole show was so theatric and lively. They had lights, you know, really good light show set up around it. Lots of movement from all the members while they're playing. They're anonymous, but they got to be a bit more upfront and involved, which was seriously cool. Hang on a second, peeps. Just gotta... Okay, gotta make sure I do that bit right, you know. Yeah, they had the Cardinal is now the guy at the front, and apparently Papa Emeritus, or however you say his name, because I know everyone's going to tell me I'm saying it wrong. The fifth will be on the next album, and I wonder what that'll do to their live show, because it was a world of difference. I was watching a show that felt like it was a download headlining set, and Emeritus, says Badger. Papa Emeritus, there we go. And they played so many songs, 2 hours of really great music. They also played the 2 new tracks off of the EP, which I literally think are the best songs they've ever done. And they played those, and I swear the crowd response was so loud to those tracks. It's like everyone seemed to know the words inside out already, and they've barely been out that long. It's really quite remarkable, I thought. And then they played some deep cuts as well, stuff from the first 2 albums that, again, people really got along with. I think they've really built up a big, dedicated fan base, and I'm a part of that. I love Ghost, amazing band, and it really did it for me, this show. It was wonderful. Wasn't there one with... Sugar. No, that one. There we go. That's the other one I want. Yeah, I want that one. Cool. I also want to take my bed with me as well. Alright, noises in the air. Let's catch up, because I'm falling behind. Herminator is here for 9 months saying, Twitch baby. Now my IRL baby needs to come. She's a week late. Oh, wow. That is amazing. I hope that all goes well. Yeah, a friend of mine just had a child. It's all very... Very exciting stuff. But best of luck, and thank you so much for the support. We've got Aprover as well, 21 months, saying, oh, another month down. This time, next year, 12 months will have passed. Insightful, I know. Yes, Aprover, this time next year, 12 months would have passed. Do you want a pat on the back? Oh, let's go place down a bed over here. And then place down our shulky boxes. Boxes of the shulky. Don't know what the shulky is, just made it up. The shulky shulker. We got noises in the ear from Natanan MC, Mikey 0768 for 3 months. Sequelist subscribed. Tree is here, throwing cheers, doing the bits, saying I've seen Ghost myself in person. They are amazing indeed. My question for you, Trees, did you see them with the Cardinal or Papa Emeritus? Oh, Emeritus? I can't remember. I said it properly a minute ago. Because I've seen them with the Papa Emeritus, and I like the music, it's kind of a bit slow. And with the Cardinal, it's amazing. Now, what's really interesting is like the new album really represents the Cardinal character and the change in musicians. There's much more diversity on it. And it kind of made me realise that some of their older tracks from the first 2 records are a lot more kind of like palm muted, chug oriented, like metal guitar style, right? But live, they bring them like up to that energy level that the new record has. I really feel like them playing those songs live is better than listening to them on the record, which was well interesting. Mia Mai is here doing cheers and throwing bits, saying, "Can you say my name, Asuma?" Can you say my name, Asuma? Well, I've just said, I read that out, so I said it. Can you say my name, Asuma? You probably mean me, I my. Me, I my. I read your name out for the cheers and the bits. Thank you ever so much for them. I appreciate it. Orphlin is here for 11 months. And Badger Spanner is here with cheers and bits, saying the guitar duel for Circle always fills me with joy, but the fact that they did it. EastEnders. Oh, you were there. Absolutely killed me. I found that bit really odd. Like, they were dueling, they were building up the suspension, and it was a little bit like, where's this going? I thought they were going to like really tear into some guitar skills or something. And then it kind of concluded with EastEnders, and here's the thing, I'm not a fan of EastEnders, so you know, I'm already getting off on a wrong foot here. But like, I was scratching my head like, I know this, but what is it? And then I was like, oh, it's EastEnders. And then I was like, why EastEnders? Like, why have they picked that song of all the things they could play? I mean, I didn't feel it was very connected. Maybe they were just doing it to sort of say salute to London or something like that, you know. Your boy says your hotbar is annoying me so much, fix it. Ah yes, just go adjust your video and scroll down a little bit so it isn't cut off the bottom of your video feed. That's all you got to do to fix it. Absolutely nothing wrong on my end at all whatsoever. Definitely not a problem that I have here that my hotbar is cut off. No. It's not my problem. Anyway, I need to get my camera account on here so I can do some replay mods. RY Guy, the Fry is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. By the way, Badger, thank you for the cheers and bits, I appreciate it. We've got MouseFan1993 for 44 months in a row, saying, wow, 44 months. Unfortunately, this will have to be the end of my sub streak, as I've just bought a house and need every penny. Totally understand, dude. I will still watch all your videos and streams that I am able to. Well, MouseFan, thank you so much for 44 months. Best of luck with getting into the house and it all going well. I totally understand. I had to do a lot of that myself to move out. You have to really watch the pennies. The old saying is, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. So you made a good decision, man. And I thank you for 44 months. That's an incredibly long time. Let's get on with this. I've now got a camera account up in the sky, overlooking the build, and we're just gonna get in here and crack on with it. Now, I've been making time lapses of me doing this, and it just feels like they ain't that great. Like, it's really slow and sluggish to do this, and the time of the sun going around the world is just too much. It comes around so often that all your time lapses end up going, you know, between day and night, and that looks kind of funky. Now, when you're inside the schematic, you can't quite see what block you're supposed to place next. I think what I'd be wiser doing is putting that there. By the way, all of these blocks don't have to be perfect either. Oh, and apparently that wasn't that one, but that's fine as well. Whoopsie, just got to get them in there. That's it, really. Oh, apparently that one's wrong as well. It's kind of like pretty tricky to see, actually. This was the best setup I could get, though. I tried a whole bunch of stuff, and doing it like this felt the best. Cobblestone there, sweet. And then pop down. Right, and I think all of those are stone. That's not stone, apparently. That was andesite. Press Alt F4 to repair the hotbar. Okay, let's try this. Alt F4. Okay, that does something entirely different. Well, thanks for the suggestion, but that don't work. Okay. Come around to this side. I don't think we can place anymore to go out further. Do you know what? I can actually put the camera account on the screen. Which reminds me, doesn't that sometimes come up by default? If I put the camera account on screen, you could have an aerial view of me doing this, which we'll probably do once the aerial view will be more interesting, let's say. Okay, now I think that's andesite over there. And then... whatever. I'll just swap them around a bit myself, since I can't see them. So then we've got to do more over there. What are we in? Are we in line with anything? No. Okay, what I'm going to do is go down here a little bit. Oh, I kind of knew it would do that. Yeah, scaffolding isn't finished. It needs more work. I really do think it needs more work. EC says, how have I not seen any of this build before? Is it new to your stream, or have I missed an episode of Hermitcraft? It's brand new. Brand new build we're doing. Cool, and then that... Wait, how are... Oh, I don't want floaty leftover scaffolding up here. Especially when it's cheaty, right. Nope. Like that, there we go. Okay, so there's a couple of blocks up here that need sorting out. Or one, even. Practically one. And again. There we go. Right, noises in the ear. Borberick77 is here for 8 months, saying 1 more month to go for a baby. Indeed. Thank you so much for your 8 months of support, dude. Appreciate it. We got Jessica2901 for 41 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for your continued support. I appreciate it, Jessica. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time. We've got Geordie72606 gifting a sub to Dutch Kahana. Well, Geordie, thank you for gifting the sub and supporting the community. I appreciate it. Dutch Kahana, if you're listening, you're now a subscriber thanks to Geordie. How very kind of you. Pink scaffolding is because of schematics, says Skulldole. That is true. That is true right there. LDC says, oh no, a spoiler. It is an exclusive preview. You're getting an exclusive preview right here. There we go. Right, now we can build more of this. That one there is definitely andesite. Is that andesite? Whatever, I'll randomize it myself. Yeah, these are all just random blocks, so if I get some of them wrong, it ain't really a big deal, but the idea is to try and at least follow it to some extent, because it's not like evenly split. You can see that mossy cobble is kind of like rare. I had a feeling it might do that because it's cheaty scaffolding. Is this Dead Quarters, says TJA. Yes, it is. It is Dead Quarters indeed. By the way, 1,400 peeps have tuned in today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Be sure to hit the follow button while you're over here. get notified of when I go live on Twitch in the future. Cap the Dragon is here for 18 months in a row. Cap the Dragon, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream, having a good time hanging out with us this evening. Just a couple more of those. Quite a few of you in chat asking if this is the Dead Team base. Yes, it is. That is what you are watching. A Dead Team base unfolding. Myself, Cub, and Ren worked on this together. And now I'm just bringing it to life. Well, or death, because it's a Dead Team base. I don't know. Is it alive or is it dead? That is a question that needs answering. Oh, it's really tricky to tell sometimes if they're translucent or not. You know, there's a change here. Alright, I made a change earlier. Because I've been messing around with this, and now I kind of realise one of the flaws with the change that I made. This one right here. What if I went something like... Okay, I've got no idea. Black? It shouldn't be black. Does it need a hashtag? There you go, something like that. So... Well, that didn't do what I thought it would. That's the missing. That's the colour. That's the one. And it didn't change the colour? What? That worked perfectly earlier. And why is there like a fourth channel there? Oh. Maybe that has something to do with the amount of transparency it has? That's kind of better. Oh, we'll mess around with that for a little bit and see how we do here. Because it kind of makes the colour slightly different, and that makes it a little bit easier to distinguish, I think. And then it's when it all gets clustered up that it starts to look funky and awkward. There we go, not so bad now. And it is night time again. I think I kind of made it worse by changing that, I don't know. Anyway, that's clearly andesite. Yeah, I can middle click, can't I? Wow, 8-digit color code. Yeah, I don't know what's like, because there's supposed to be 3 numbers for each channel, right? Sorry, 2 numbers for the 3 channels, but 8 kind of a bit odd. You've got an extra channel going on. Okay, clearly we need a block there. Right, and that's most of this side kind of done and taken care of. Are those just wrong? They're just wrong. Right, let's try the middle click in. Missing one over there, but that's pretty good on this side. Missing a block there, missing a block there. Thing is, we've got to get in and do all of them. Okay, I might have gone out a little too far then. So we can put a block here. Very good. Third person, please, says Jax. We might do that a little later. For now, we're going to stick with this. And we're jumping up. We've got a noise in the ear from me, my, doing cheers for a bit, saying, what are your suggestions for growing a stream/YouTube channel? I would recommend you go subscribe to my channel. Perfect time to do this. Asuma Says, where things I talk about in this live stream get clipped and put over there. I have answered that question many times, and there was a video recently. What was the word I'm trying to say? My brain's having a total meltdown. Well, there is a video specifically. For some reason, I'm thinking specifically, but duh came to my mind. Duh. It's specifically that. What is my brain doing with the talking and the words? And anyway, yeah, there's a video about it that had a really good response. So if you just have a little dig around over there, you'll probably find the answers you're looking for. Okay, kind of feels to me like Oh, are we going to run out of scaffolding here? That's not what we want to do. Yeah, I'm going to go up there and build some of these blocks like that. All that should probably be built from up there. And we want to grab that one. Okay, so we're going to go up here. Get this one on the way up if we can, or maybe go over the top to get it. Oh, it's so tricky. I think it's that one there. Oh yeah, this is so difficult to figure out. Wait a minute, no it's not. If I do that, then it should become more and more visible which blocks I'm after. Yeah, because I can see what level we're at now. So the ones I came to do are these ones here. Cool, just got to fill in these gaps. Oh my goodness me, it's so difficult to see. Right, I think that bit's been filled in. Over here, this is... Right, a couple of blocks there, by the looks of it. Maybe one there as well, am I seeing? Just fill it in with whatever, I think. Arangelo says this music is interesting. I certainly think it's interesting. I like it. It is Lord Leviticus. Okay, let's try and put in some of these blocks maybe. Actually, that's not going to work. You need to go underneath to place them. Ah, I wish I'd have figured out a better building technique for this. Sometimes it's just like that with a project. The building of it's going to be slow and tedious. Okay, that's all good. Over there's a couple of blocks to be placed, so let's go up by one. And these ones here need filling in. Ah, and I've mentally reminded myself of something rather important. Bancher says Asuma apparently has a talkie channel. Apparently? I've been banging on about it for ages. How do you not know about this? Right, I got a hot cup of tea right here. And I would like to drink it before it goes cold. Drink it like a trinket. Okay, this might be where I'm filling in over bits below. Yeah, it kind of looks like I am there. So we need quite a bit here as well. Okay, that'll do on that front. Guess we go up by one then. It's so tricky to build this stuff. Maybe it is better to build it all from below at the moment. Right, let's try that then. Let's go back down. See how it looks. Let's go work on that bit over there. I'm going to drink some. Oh yeah, the plug is still on the screen. That's a typical derp, isn't it? Oh, I've left it too long. 33 minutes. This is going to be cold now. Someone asked if I've talked to Mike Oxford lately. I don't know who Mike Oxford is. X, will you be using the Yeti skin you had last year this Christmas? Well, I'll probably still be dead by the time it's Christmas, right? Can I be a dead Yeti? Is that a thing? Dead Yeti hype? Oh, scaffolding, you have your limitations, and they are annoying. There we go, that's the way. That's the way we get into it. How do you make videos so fast? At Asuma says Steven Animators. Well, fast is probably relative, isn't it? You know, it takes me but a moment to record a live stream announcement and upload it to YouTube. Right, I need some more scaffolding. And we got a noise in here from Angry K9. Resubscribing for 55 months in a row, saying, "Hey X, been a while since I caught a stream. Depression sucks. On the bright side, only 5 more months to 5 years following you on Twitch. Oh, that means an evil assumer face right there. How time flies. Angry K9, thank you so much for your continued support, dude. I'm sorry to hear that you've been feeling down. Hopefully maybe this stream will turn you up. You're actually going to remind me to talk about a not so great topic, I guess. Thank you for 55 months. Absolutely tremendous, dude. Appreciate it. A real legend over here. So yeah, let's talk about copper. Who wants to talk about copper? Who knows what it is? Show of hands in chat. Copper, a metal, says Jessica. This is no time for making jokes. No time. Death of YouTube, says Mr. Beldin. That copper, yes. That one right there. Okay, kind of looks like a lot of people have a good idea or are saying that they know what it is, alright? Let me tell you this. First of all, I've talked about it in the past when I maybe not fully actually understood what it is. I understand what it is a little better. I've been watching other people's videos that are getting shared a lot and going around. When you learn about this stuff, it's legal stuff. When you're learning about it through like the shock and horror of YouTube might end, so much of like what's actually going on is just completely lost on people, and it leads to like a really sour attitude in the comments and people talking about this and that, and just a massive room for assumptions and misunderstandings. Now, I don't want to dub anyone in, but I was just reading the comments of someone else's video who I watched. I like this creator. I like that they made the video. I thought that they were a little bit on the uninformed side compared to some of the stuff I've been able to find out about this legal situation. And then I go and read their comments, and there are just, you know, some real strange abstractions. People like, oh, so basically YouTube this, and oh, this means that, and that means this, and it kind of gives me the impression that, all right, we don't really understand it. We're not legal people. We're not lawyers. Some of you watching might be, but when you get into the world of like what is actually going on legally, that is where the truer picture of events is, and it is something that many of us don't understand. And also within legal definitions and legality and all of that, a lot of legal, you know, legal work and legislation is kind of always open to interpretation and debate, and often a lot of law comes down to like how well it can be argued in a courtroom. So with these latest rounds of things happening with copper, it's still a case of, you know, like this could yet to be fully figured out. Anything could change, because if someone gets sued, if something bad happens, it could go to a courtroom, and then teams of lawyers will have to talk about how they interpret the law and what they think it means for this specific case. So anyway, from what I've been learning about it, it kind of seems like broad and old definitions of standards for how things should be done online are being reapplied to YouTube in this modern context, and the language used kind of makes it like, although us as content creators, me and other people you watch like the other hermits, although we aren't site operators was the term, we will now be treated as such. Now, the reason it has to be targeted at site operators is because when this law was written many years ago in like 1998 or something, they were trying to stop websites from collecting data on children. YouTube has been collecting data on children and kind of flaunting it. Now, they collect this data that we as content creators never see, and we don't have access to, and all of that. And yeah, we're gonna be the ones. Basically, we're gonna be treated as if we're what was the term again? We're the site owners because we upload to YouTube. So this is how they're going to apply this old legislation to a new situation. Now that can be kind of like argued in court in different ways, potentially to defend creators who get hit with fines or sued, etc, etc. Now, what's weird about this is YouTube is kind of like turning its back on the creators. They're not looking to protect us. They're looking to work with the FTC to put the blame on us instead of them. They're the site that collects all the data about children. They're the ones that created this situation, and it feels like they're passing the buck off onto us. Again, the legality, the legislation, the guidelines given on what is children's content just seems reasonably vague to the point you can spin it in different directions. And then the FTC are coming out with statements talking about shooting content creators on YouTube like they're fish in a barrel. Really feels like we're being set up to be shut down. And we've had so many scares in the past of different things coming around, ad apocalypses that are supposed to end YouTube as we know it and all of this. And then this time, it just feels like YouTube themselves isn't trying to defend us here, you know? $42,000 fine per video, says Aloni B. That is the upper limit. The way that they will fine you is by figuring out, like they look at your views, how much money you've made from a video, and then they'll add a multiplying factor to it, with $42,000 per video being the maximum. Well, in theory, kids should not be on YouTube, says Brunost. That is not really what it's about. That's not what Copper is about. It's not that kids shouldn't be on YouTube. It's how their information is collected on YouTube. I really just don't get where the sensibility is here. Like, why has we as creators not been given a way to have like a middle ground and say, look, we're not making content that's for kids, but kids will tune in and watch it. Why can't kids just not have their data collected and us continue doing what we're doing as normal? It seems so bizarre that like them collecting on data on kids gets extended to all of us. Why don't they just stop collecting that data, you know? Sage, does everyone go watch Wells Knight's video? I didn't get round to watching Wells's. Wells will be more informed because he's a bit more in the know, being a lawyer and all of that. Building this is horrible, by the way. I'm just saying it now. Like, every time I look at it, look, now that I come up here, it's so tricky to figure out where I should be building or not. But hey, at least this bit here is a starting spot. Hopefully it'll get a little bit easier as the build kind of develops, you know. But we will do our best for now. At least this bit here is okay. Wells is a lawyer, says the Equinox. Yeah, I believe he was either a lawyer or, you know, he was involved in some accounting, administrating. I say accounting, like what's the term for someone who's like not a lawyer but works in that field? Like there's several different terms, right? He's either a lawyer or does all that legal stuff, and he did it with the military. And he's talked about it openly. I'm not telling you something he hasn't already told his audience. Let's just paralegal. That sounds like the one right there. I think he was a paralegal. That sounds like it. But how about this? Let me take questions, because here's the deal, right? Like, this stuff has been grinding my energy down a bit, and you know, I thought maybe I could talk about it on a stream, but I just feel like I ain't really got the narrative or whatever, the right words in my head right now. You know, that's one of the things with doing streaming, is that you're not always on your A game. So how about I take questions from all of y'all about Copper and answer them the best I can, you know? Does that sound reasonable? I should hope it's reasonable. No! Questions and answers is disgusting. X, the FTC will not and can't go after you, X. YouTube, however, you can disable the comments and go after other stuff on its sole discretion. Surprise T, no. The FTC says it is coming after YouTube content creators and describing us as fish in a barrel that they can come after, okay? And YouTube is not really doing a lot to protect us. They're telling us to, you know, go seek out our own legal advice. They won't tell us or advise us on what is child-directed content and what is not. This feels like a bit of a setup in a way. There is some comments I've seen people talking about. I heard rumblings of some people saying that if you look at who's moving the FTC in this direction, it's the old media coming for the new media. I've also heard that apparently Disney are having a big hand in this. Theory being that they're trying to protect their interests with their streaming platform and shut down, you know, a competitor, which is, you know, a common thing that happens in the world of law, is that, you know, businesses dip their power of persuasion into the lawmakers' ears and try to get things moved and done in their favour. So the idea of another company being involved in this makes total sense. Don't know how true all of that is. What's your biggest worry about copper that you have, says Tomato in a bag AG. Well, thinking selfishly, it is just that, you know, I might lose this job. This might be the end of the road. I had an incredible journey. I can't be more than thankful for it. I don't want to give it up though. Like, I'm nowhere near that. I've always talked quite openly about, hey, one day maybe I'll just move on to something else. Don't feel like I'm even near that, and so I'd be absolutely gutted if it came to an end now. Thinking non-selfishly, I'm actually really quite concerned for kids, because there has certainly been some more questionable content on YouTube Kids platforms in the past, but you know, now YouTube have handled that and there's a lot more wholesome content available. Now, if people making content for kids are going to get really punished for this, you know, they're supposed to be protecting children and their data being collected, and I'm sure some of these changes means that the data will be protected, but it seems like it's going to influence the content in a way that would promote more adult content online, because people are going to be scared of being attracted to or attracted by, no, what am I saying, child attractive content. You know, it's going to push things to a more mature direction. Just seems like a really grim and bad picture. Now, one thing I could say is that in the past things have come along. Article 14 or whatever it was called, was it SOPA way back when in like 2014? Every now and then something comes along that's going to be the end of YouTube, right? And probably every time it comes along we say, oh, but this one feels real. Well, this seems really real. This is happening. I mean, YouTube just rolled out a whole new system where you have to legally, or like, you know, give your they make it very clear that the legal situation is on you and you have to classify if your content is aimed at kids or not. And here's the thing, my content is not aimed at children. I do not aim it at children whatsoever. Is it family friendly? Can they watch it? Yeah, pretty much. It's not something I like to say. As you know, I talk about whatever I want on these live streams. I don't really do talky stuff in my YouTube videos, but it's the same principle. If I want to do something with it, you know, I want to be me and do me and talk about what I want to talk about. Sometimes that isn't family friendly. Sometimes that is just what it is. And that's why I don't personally call it myself family friendly, but I know that other people do, and I know that probably a legal board looking over at what we do here would say it's family friendly, and that makes it child attractive. You know, kids can sort of tune in and watch this stuff, even if I say it's not aimed at them, it's not made for them. I do talk about other stuff here, you know. So I'm gonna be in a very tricky situation, and of all the legal stuff I've seen, the Minecraft community is probably one of the most problematic. Minecraft, Fortnite games are just gonna be, you know, the real grey area that they could come after. Badger says, I don't mean the YouTube Kids thing. it's still connected to the main YouTube. They need to make it fully independent. And then it went off the top of the screen. This feels more real because the law already exists and it's getting applied, whereas SOPA and Article 13 were laws that we're trying to get passed, says Mr. Stevens Gaming. Yeah, very good point. This is law that already exists and YouTube are cooperating with the FTC to implement it on their platform. It's happening. It goes into effect in January. Tuxaban says the Minecraft community should be big enough to move or host to its own platform with enough organisation. I wouldn't see the end of YouTube as the road at the end of Hermitcraft, in my opinion. No, I think you're not really thinking that through. Like, how would the Minecraft community move somewhere else? This applies to the, like, Copper can come after anyone on the internet. They've just come after YouTube at the moment. They'll probably move on to other platforms later. Maybe they won't. Maybe, you know, maybe it will just be YouTube and that's that. But the Minecraft community, I mean, I don't see how it would create its own platform unless Mojang stepped in and said, "Look, we're just gonna, you know, throw loads of money at this and create like a video platform." Maybe, but you know, trying to get like YouTube is a monopoly. The problem is, it's very difficult, to get people off of that platform. Like, you can't just sort of wave a flag and say, "Hey, we're all over here now," and everyone comes over there. People are, you know, embedded into YouTube with the way they use it. There's a lot of stuff I use on YouTube that is, without a shadow of a doubt, not for kids and is in nowhere near a grey area. You know, I'm going to still be using the platform for that stuff, right? Even if I end up getting kicked off of here or the equivalent of. Goat Unicorn says some of the example slang they use is also very worrying. Like, cool is slang now. Isn't that a word in most dictionaries? Says Goat Unicorn. I don't know to what you're referring to there, but if it's something to do with wording in law, a lot of wording in law is vague, sometimes intentionally vague, so it can be argued when they want to argue it in court for it to work in their favour. Right, let's go through some noises in the ear because I am behind. Awesome guy, 6678, subscribing with Amazon Prime. James Drew, 27 for 44 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. Kai Viari, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Bob Martin for 5 months, saying Sup X, how you doing? As you might be able to tell, I'm not doing too great, but you know, let's just talk it out. Let's have a chat. Phenomen, the one and only, here for 4 months, saying, hey guys. Feno, I just looked at the calendar. I'm not going to do it today. But you know, alright, you knew exactly what you thought I was going to do it, didn't you? We got Robert H. Mayfire for 8 months saying, is there a way to make a trap that looks like a normal trap, but disarming it is the trap trigger? That sounds like a really good trap. Someone comes along to disarm it, and they go kaboom. Athelion is here for 56 months, saying, on my way to 5 years. Indeed, the evil X-Face will be arriving in chat shortly in 2020. Angry K9, Athelion, the race is on. Thank you so much for your continued support over the years, dude. Can't thank you enough. I appreciate it. We also got Mocking Jules here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Hope you're entertained and enjoying the stream. Where are we going to go with Copper here? Is there any positives we can talk about? If I could throw an idea out there, if children are the problem, why is like segregating them not a solution when it already kind of exists? There's this YouTube Kids app, right? There's already these measurements and standards in place to separate children and adults or teenagers or whatever on the platform. Like, why is that not good enough? That's another thing that I don't understand. And why would that not be a solution? Rather than bringing in this thing that seems to hurt all content creators, why can it not be a case of, you know, don't have children under 13 going into these parts of YouTube and looking at these videos? It just seems so bizarre. So bizarre that isn't like a solution that YouTube have thought of. Keep all the kids on the Kids app where it's you know, the advertising is up to Copper standards and the data tracking isn't happening, and then the rest of it can, you know, be like normal, but this has soured my my fondness for YouTube. I mean, I could obviously, you know, they've created an incredible opportunity here, but this is one of those moments where it feels like those big corporate decision making just forgets that this is like a hand-in-hand relationship here, right? Like, YouTube ain't YouTube without all the content creators, you know? We can't say we made YouTube, they had their hand in it. Helped each other make this incredible platform, but now it just feels like we're on the chopping board. Goat Unicorn says, and blame the parents for not monitoring their kids properly if they access normal YouTube. So this is another thing I noticed in the arguments as well. I kind of get the point, but I'm not quite sure how it applies to legislation. But yeah, quite a few people point out that parents should be like monitoring their children's behavior online, and the legislation is trying to solve a problem that could potentially really be about parenting. Like, this is a parent's job, not a YouTube website's job to do this. But it's all really weird, because the way it's like a law that sort of never knew anything about YouTube in the future is then being applied to it in like this abstract way, and that they want to come after content creators. That's probably the really clear thing to get at, right? Is that there is a video of the FTC guy saying, we are coming after YouTube content creators. You are fish in a barrel. They've sort of said that YouTube is going to work with them to let them conduct like sweeping searches across the whole of the platform. Like, we know YouTube is massive, but it seems like these guys want to go through all of it and find people and sue them. It's such an absurd position. Like, this is surely not something like, we're not the ones collecting the data. It's just so mad that we're the ones they're coming after. Tidar says that law was written when we all had flip phones and dial-up. It was laughable. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was relevant at the time. This is the thing, like, a lot of lawmakers are old and a bit disconnected from what's going on. I heard some comments saying, like, the lawmakers all have flip phones or whatever, you know, like, as an example to say, I don't know, they're out of touch or they don't know how this stuff works. I mean, I'd like to think that they're as informed as can be, you know, and I'm sure some of them do their due diligence and try to be informed as they can about YouTube. But it wouldn't surprise me if the whole just not understanding it was a thing, you know? Like, oh, I don't understand this as an experience or understand what it is as a culture or a community. They don't live under rocks, says Brunist. Well, some people like to suggest that they do. Some people maybe not. I'm of the opinion that I don't know a thing. Like, I don't know these people. They could be really well versed in YouTube and just see things differently because of their life experiences, opinions, or understanding of this law that they're trying to enforce. Whoa! Whoa! Jeez. It could be a whole myriad of things, right? But when you're on this side of the fence, it feels like surely that's coming from a place of ignorance, that they're going to come after us. We ain't the ones collecting the data. The platform is. They're the ones using it and flaunting it. They're the ones that got us in this situation. Jackster Max is here. He's subscribing for 2 months, saying, woo, 2 months. On the topic of copper, it means those who abuse the system for clicks through. I do agree, the wording is very vague. Now I see why content creators are moving to Twitch, though that may be targeted sooner or later. Jackster, they will probably be targeted at some point as well. MLT GVal 17 is here for 4 months, saying Yo X. Yo, welcome to the stream. Well, if copper is established, wouldn't the internet just die? Says Nice Postury. Copper is already established. It's been established for, what, 21 years? So, yeah, also, look, we should always talk in, like, specifics. You know, saying the internet dies is like an emotional thing. You don't mean, like, the internet isn't a thing somewhere going, I'm alive, oh, now I'm dead! You know, like, it's good to speak with clarity. and with precision. What do we mean when we say the internet dies? Are we talking just about YouTube? Oh, this economy, this community of content being created that I enjoy might go away. It might disappear because of this. That is slightly possible. That's probably what I assume you're trying to say by that. Ah! Jeez. Jeez. Twitch isn't collecting any info though, says Free Doodles. That's a good point. Twitch might not, and I bet you, if they're on looking, they're not going to be collecting now, are they? They're going to be like, whoa, let's get rid of all that data we collected. If YouTube wants to ruin many people's lives, then they can, but they will live the rest of their lives thinking they made many people's lives impossible. The problem is when we say YouTube is that we're talking about like a company, a corporate entity. At the end of the day, YouTube is in pursuit of profit, and one thing I've seen says that their compliance with COPPA and the way all of this is happening is probably because they're thinking about protecting their assets and interests and doing what is going to be most profitable long term. And if that means sacrificing a whole bunch of YouTubers, content creators as they call us, that could literally be what they're going to do. They're going to take this road because that'll protect their long-term strategy or whatever. I just don't know. It's all speculation. Oh, that one's disappeared. Fenneman says, haha, Twitch is not collecting data, is laughable. Amazon owns Twitch, and Amazon is one of the biggest data collectors on the planet, together with Google and Facebook. Yeah, well, they're collecting some data, but maybe just not on children, right? This is the thing. YouTube collected data on children and flaunted it. That's how they got themselves in this situation. I don't know if Twitch is doing that. They're probably collecting data, but they might disregard all data on minors, you know. It does have a sign-up policy that you have to be over 13, right? A lot of the reasons websites have that is because of COPPA compliance. That spider is dancing, isn't it? Right, I'm going to log out, log in. I like to do that with my camera account to save the replay file, keep them nice and short, split them up into other little time-lapsey things or whatever. Right, let's keep at this. I've already spent like 3 or 4 hours on this, believe it or not. And that's in the wrong spot. We got a noise in the ear from Nigel Eccles, doing cheers for own bits, saying, who long to next vid? Do you mean how long to next vid? Probably a while, because I'm working on this and I've got limited time to do it. Okay, like that. There we are. Right, next level. We have done all of the inside bits, and now we're just doing the outside, which is kind of cool. This means the building will get a little bit more interesting now, I think. I actually want to come back down here and stock up again, so I've got room, I'll chuck in more of that. I've got room, I'll chuck in more of this. I have a little bit more mossy. We are surprisingly not that low on mossy, so we'll keep going. That spider is drunk, says Schwander. It is entirely possible that it is a drunk spider. I would not put that past that spider right now. We're listening to organ music. Asoma. Asoma, why are you listening to organ music? What is this? This isn't dubstep. Where's my wub-wubs? I want my wub-wubs. Oh, I bet someone's made a wubba-dub-dub Rick and Morty dubstep beatdown, haven't they? I bet that exists on the internet. I never want to hear that. Stay away. I don't want to know about that. I bet that exists though. Someone's going to tell me that exists. There's a lot of them, says Control 64. No, not a lot of them. Oh, just one, please. One is enough. Wubba dubstep. It's probably now a subgenre, isn't it? Oh no. Wubba dubstep. The subgenre I never want to listen to. Where's my wub-wubs? Funniest thing ever, says Devon. Have you heard the Beardy Man song Vampire Shank? It takes the Mickey out of dubstep and it's hilarious. I haven't. I'll give it I'll check it out for sure. Asuma, what program is making the blocks ghostly and blue? Lightmatica is the program I'm using, or mod if you want to call it that. And finally we got onto the easier stuff now, okay, I tell ya. Oh, everything else has just been a pain in the bum, but now it'll be easy because all we got to do is go around in a circle and build the sides. I think it might get tricky again actually later, but we shall see. I might also have to do some in the middle of the stream recording for my episode, you know. I'm loving this organ music. It's so good. Asuma, can you tell us what you're making? Says Desfate. I'm making the Dead Team Demise base. That is what I am making. Oops. Ah, well, we can stay there. Yeah, not every block needs to be perfect, you know. Hey X, is it fine if I post a Discord server link to make a Minecraft great again or better name? No, don't post links in the chat. That'd be against the rules, but thank you for asking. So, YouTube finishes itself. Well, you upload your videos, says Little Lizard Bloom. Look, it's not that YouTube's going to finish itself, right? Things are going to drastically change, is what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. In the month of... you see, in the month of January, I'm going to take the month off. If there's snapshots, I'll do those, but that's it. And I'll stream probably a lot. And then if I do upload, I need to figure out, like, do I classify it as being for children or not? Like, what on earth should I do? Also, like, I can't stand this, like, classification system. Like, why can't I just turn off the rubbish that YouTube collects that is violating the law? Why can't I select the whole different ad or whatever category without having to make it about kids? Because then you lose all of the other important parts, like being promoted in the algorithm, having comments on your videos, likes, and all of that stuff disappears. It just seems so bizarre for them to do it this way. It just feels like they're really bending over for this whole copper thing. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, and then I don't know what the plan will be after that. My thinking was let the dust settle and then see what goes on. So I might just be taking the month off and then looking at the situation, see what happens in that month. One of the annoying things though is that it's probably not going to be a case of everything progresses to a point where you can go, aha, I know what I'm doing in a month. It might take way longer than that. It might take several months. There might be people getting sued, and you have to look at the situation and, you know, is this channel similar to mine? I don't have a clue. It's real scary, but don't be surprised if a lot of people stop uploading in January, because yeah, some people are going to get in trouble, it would seem. We got a noise in the ear from Desfate, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Desfate, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're entertained. Hope the doom and gloom of copper ain't too much for you. Will you do more Twitch streams in return, says Father of Apocalypse? In January I will, but I don't know, like, what my long-term plan is anymore. Really don't have a clue, because I'm not sure if I should be uploading to YouTube or not, because I don't want to get sued. Like, it's bizarre. It's a real bizarre situation. And what's really frustrating is that YouTube kind of gave us the all clear a while ago, and it don't seem to be that way at all. Once again, they tend to just tell creators perhaps what they want to hear. Is it night time? No, it's not here. Apparently the FTC can fine a person like 4,000, says Camo Guy. It's 42,000 for every video. Yeah, up to 42,000. What kind of sorcery is this blue thing in the game, says Vloop Plays Minecraft. It is light magicka. that you're looking at to help me build this crazy big floating island. I've got to build 2 of them, believe it or not. What season is Hermitcraft on, says Toasted Jelly? We're on season 6. Do you think Amazon would want to come in to give YouTube some competition? Yeah, I think Amazon could look at itself as being a potential YouTube competitor. I don't think companies would like impulsively move on an opportunity though. Like, you got to think, you wouldn't go, "Oh, copper, let's move in." Like, you would have had a long, like, if you were going to do this, you would have had a long-term strategy in place. You wouldn't be looking to just do it on a whim because YouTube finds themselves in a sticky situation. So if Amazon have a plan, it won't be a reactionary plan. It will be a well thought out one, I imagine. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm trying to hold. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Whew. Winnie T Ford says the FTC is targeting Amazon also. Ah, wow. Okay, interesting. They're going after Amazon as well. Are they collecting, what, kids shopping online? I mean, kids shouldn't be able to shop online. Not if you're under the age of 13. What kind of money have you got? That's an interesting one. Well, where exactly are they going after them? So, what happened to that made FTC go after YouTube? Does anybody know? Yeah, YouTube were flaunting how, you know, how much data they've got on children and how they can target to them, and you know, that kind of led to them putting attention on themselves and the FTC looking at what they were doing. Right, so thanks a lot as resubscribed for 40 months, saying my 40-month subscribe wish is that we get another 30-day stream every day of the month of Doom in January 2020. So thanks a lot. I was looking at my stats the other day and remembered that we did that last year. We streamed every single day in January. I won't be able to do it this January because I won't be here on New Year's Day, and I won't get back from my holiday straight away. So it won't happen this year, you know. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Like, yeah, it was fun to do that though. It's kind of fun to do like an everyday of the month streak just for the fun of it, you know. I enjoyed it. But yeah, my streaming will just be, you know, for the fun of whatever it is we're doing, and sort of just doing that, you know, business as usual while we wait and see what happens on YouTube. It's going to be strange times ahead, I'll tell you that. Strange times ahead. Thank you so much for 40 months of support, dude. Truly do appreciate it. What do you want to talk about next, peeps? We've talked a lot about the old coper. I'm trying to cope with the coper, and I ain't doing so good. Okay, let's get all of this stuff down here, all restocked. Flat Earther, says Airman. Nah, not feeling that one today. Bagels? I hardly ever eat bagels. Hardly ever. What do you think about Tesla's Cybertruck, says Ben? Ah, there's something we can talk about. The thing that everyone is talking about. The Cybertruck. Interesting name. The first thing I thought when I saw the Cybertruck was, like, these Teslas, they're supposed to be like self-driving cars, right? I know they have driving, what do they call them, assistant aids or something along those lines. They've got drive assist features built into the Teslas. They're part of building the technology that's going to blossom into automated driving, right? And I saw that car and I thought, that does not look like a normal car. They're introducing something that the system has to account for not looking like a normal car, right? That was just my first thought, you know? I don't know if that was a smart thought or a clever thought. But it was just the first thing that popped into my head about it. It was like, yeah, you like, you know, your algorithms and your systems might struggle with that one, because it looks very odd. It looks like a low polygon generated shape. Now, do I like the look of it? Kind of. It looks alright. I'm not a car person. They don't really, like, do much for me, like how they look or whatever. I mean, it's nice looking car's a nice looking car, but that aspect didn't seem particularly interesting to me. It does look really cool at night when the lights are on. I mean, I like the way the lights work and stuff. But yeah, the main thought I had was just the whole AI thing. Looked like it drive pretty well. And I'll tell you what it really looked like, though. It looked like something out of an 80s movie. It felt like I was watching, I don't know, it was Demolition Man based in the future? Or, like, what's that movie with Arnold in where he's on Mars and there's, like, all these floaty cars going around? Like, it just so reminded me of something like that. So reminded me of something like that. And in a good way as well, actually, because it's kind of cool. But, Total Recoil, says Badger. Yeah, that would be the movie. And there's probably a whole bunch of other movies as well, like Judge Dredd, is it? Like, had loads of futuristic flying cars. It just kind of looked like one of those. And, you know, if people like it and it takes on, it could just be the direction cars start to go in. These weird, like, polygon-shaped cars, but you never know, right? If you go back and look at old cars and look at how they change over time, it's not always so obvious as to which direction they were going. And certainly people trying to predict at the time doesn't really do much. You know, when it comes to predictions, there's always someone who's going to say what goes down in the future. Someone's going to get it right. That's because so many people are giving you their opinions on it, you know? Someone's going to get it right. I wish Tesla would come to Israel soon. There are rumours about it, but nothing concrete, says Aloni B. I know nothing about their plans for expansion, but I'm sure they'll probably want to expand at some point. Okay, up we go another layer. It has to be ironic, right, says Taco with Sauce. What's ironic about it? The car looked as if the designers lost their project progress towards the end and came up with something. Anything in the last few minutes before the presentation, says Tim4 Man. Nah, I mean, like, yeah, maybe you're making a funny joke, but nah, not really. Like, I think they intended to do something rather different, rather than scramble an idea together, you know. And in this digital age, you know, pretty hard to lose stuff. Their computers, I reckon, keep good records of all the work they're doing. I've seen some people speculating about it being a publicity stunt, says Fryer Header. It's definitely a publicity stunt. Hey, there's Cub Fan. With his cool, crazy Vex dead skin. Yeah, it's definitely a publicity stunt. And actually, it's a really good point, because how much of that design maybe is based on we got to grab people's attention. Don't fall down, tons of mobs below. Oh, are they on the scaffolding? They're probably down there on the scaffolding. Uh-oh, they're on the scaffolding. Yeah, when I was building all of the scaffolding, I was wondering about, can mobs spawn on there or not, you know? But, I didn't really ever... I did see one or two. It was really strange. It was never a lot. Just one or two. But yeah, they can spawn on there, can't they? And now we've made it dark there. We basically built a mob spawner for them. And if you think about how high up I am, it means not a lot of stuff is down there in the caves. So yeah, it actually makes quite a lot of sense. You should have really lit that up, says Joanna. I should have, but I didn't, so, you know. Whatevs. Whatevs. That's how I feel right now. Whatevs. My friend said that the truck looks like something from the old Blade Runner movie. Yeah, Blade Runner, that's a real good shout. By the way, Blade Runner, the new one, absolutely amazing movie. Oh, I should totally watch that one again sometime. That's a really great movie. Really great movie. One would assume scaffolding is a transparent block. It's actually a block that the mobs like algorithm for pathfinding. That's the word. Their pathfinding like treats it like it's not a block. So in theory, I think they spawn on it and just stand there, like not knowing what to do, which is kind of fun. But we are going to keep going here. Are we all caught up on noises in the ear? We are. Peeps, be sure to hit the follow button over here on Twitch, get notified of when I go live. And check out my Asuma Says channel on YouTube. I have a new channel. If you're not aware of it, go check it out. Clips from things on the stream and all that. Yeah, there's my little plugs. There's my little plugs. What do you think of Cybertruck's window breaking, says ESP Kerr. It's one of those things, like, you know they would have tested that, but why did it go wrong, right? Because unless they're, like, if they're in a situation where they're like, we can throw it kind of hard and it won't break, they would surely get that right for a demonstration. But you'd suspect that they would try and make a windshield that genuinely didn't break when you threw something like that at it. So yeah, it just seems like a crazy miscalculation or what happened there kind of moment, right? Like, that's not something you really want to get wrong, but they got it wrong. And that's why I'm not buying a Tesla Cybertruck. I like my unbreakable windows, okay, peeps? When I wake up in the morning, I like to get my baseball bat, take it to my car, and walk away from it unscathed. I mean the car, you know, the car is unscathed. I don't mind if, you know, the baseball bat bounces off the window and smacks me in the face. That didn't happen that one time. I didn't smash my face with a baseball bat off of my car, no. This is a strange fictional story. Also, what happens if you're in an accident and need the rescue services to break the windows? Badger, amazing point. Breakable windows on all cars. Let's start a campaign. That is actually a fair point. I'm going to guess, I don't know, maybe there's like communication and legislation there that's sort of a way for car manufacturers to meet guidelines of like, you got to be this safe, but if there's a crash, it can't be indestructible, you know? That would seem pretty sensible, wouldn't it? You know, if I'm stuck in an invincible car, I'm not going to be happy if I can't get cut out of it, you know? I think they did that so that the glass is on all the news and everyone noticed about it. At least the metal ball didn't go through the glass, Little Lizard Bloom says. Interesting thought. Yeah, you would expect in this day and age, especially with high-tech stuff like Tesla, for them to get that right. By them not getting it right, people are talking about it. Oh, we've fallen for the Tesla trick. We're talking about it. Oh, no, it's all gone wrong. We're basically advertising Tesla cars now. I want a paycheck. Yeah, it could be a stunt. And yes, the ball didn't go through the window. And, you know, that's kind of a good thing, I think. That's what I thought as well when I saw that. I was like, it's smashed, but it didn't go all the way through. I'd be happy with that, you know. If I was sitting in a car and someone was trying to break in, I'd be like, please no, please sir, don't hurt me. You know, I'd be happy with a window that broke and didn't break all the way in, as opposed to one that did. Jeez. Elon's net worth dropped 170 million overnight because of it, says Steven. Yeah, but that's like translated to like normal person, that's probably like a penny, right? That's the thing with being rich. All of a sudden, you know, like money means very little. Like would Jeff Bezos bend over to pick up a £10 note on the ground, right? He probably makes more money than that. He probably makes 10 million in the time he has to bend over and pick up that tenner. It's not worth his time. It's so bizarre. Like, the world of the wealthy is different from the world of the average person when it comes to spending that money. Badger says, oh, but billionaires can't afford to pay taxes. They can't, Badger. Oh, they've just got too much money to know what to do with it. They can't be paying taxes as well. That's too much for their poor little noggins. Look, they got all this money to manage. Jeez, give them a break. Those poor billionaires. Oh, it must be awful having so much money. It must be so difficult to count it. Ah! I didn't want to fall down. Oh, God! Don't shoot a creeper. If there's a skeleton that shoots a creeper, I'm upset. Okay, good. They're all standing still. They all... Ow! What hit me then? Instant mob farm. Will nobody think of the billionaires, says Acre? Let's take a moment to pray for the billionaires, counting their extraordinary amount of pennies. Oh, such a burden. Such a burden to bear. I couldn't live with it myself. Okay, yeah, let's start here. There we go. Funnily enough, it's not that they just won't pay their taxes, it's that the interest on their taxes is cheaper than paying their taxes. The interest on their taxes is... Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. They generate so much money, it's more than the taxes. Oh, billionaires. What are we going to do with them, eh? Let's give them another tax break. Can you middle click on a schematic block to automatically select it, says Joel. Oh, not only can you do it, it's what I've been doing for the last however long we've been streaming, basically. Could scaffolding be useful for mob farms, says Jack Katz. If you need mobs not to move, then yes. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I'm very much not sure otherwise. Okay, let's keep doing this. I often wonder if there will maybe some random billionaire out there who watches X's content, says Angry K9. Probably not, but you never know. Like, statistically, there might be one super wealthy person or whatever watching. Why is it blue, says Pappy Ads. That's the colour I chose it to be, that's why. There we go. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. Are there many mobs in the demise base, says Manero0. Yeah, there are probably loads. Loads and loads down there now. We're going to record a clip soon. I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the top of this. And when we do, I'm going to go investigate that. Can I say wow, says Foxy Plays Real? I believe you can, and I believe you just did. Congratulations. Okay, there we go. Couple of mossies over here. That's not a mossy. Are we out of mossy? Alright, well, we've got a reason to stop all of a sudden. Because I need more mossy. Wonder how close to the end we are then. Must be pretty close. 2, 3, 4. No, so we weren't actually that close at all. Well, let's scaffold this one. So we were 4 layers to go. Okay. Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble, peeps. No more noises in my ear. No chat. No, I'm not answering your questions now. Do you know why? Because you are getting some behind-the-scenes sneak peek recording of the episode. Let me think. There has been a time lapse. There is mobs. We need to place lights. I want to fly around a little bit. I need to hit the record button to do this. Alright, peeps, I'm recording my episode now. So let's do this. Now I wanted to say, and there it is. But the reality is I've got about 4 more layers of blocks to place coming upwards. And then we kind of reach the top of this floating platform. There is going to be another one mirrored over there and a bridge between the two of them. But now that I've placed loads of these blocks, we can kind of get a view. And look at that right there. Should we go through the middle of them? Whoa! Why are they all standing around not following me? It's oh, jeez! I knew that could have happened. A skeleton shot a creeper. I got some repairing to do. It's all dark under here now. Ah, and anyway, the mobs don't move when they're on scaffolding. So if I go in there, the skeletons will shoot at me, and they might accidentally shoot creepers. But yeah, they all just stand still because of the way they interact with scaffolding. What's going on in my chat? Wrong screen? How could it be the wrong screen? I can't even see. How is it now recording that one? Oh well, right, okay, start again. I have no idea why it did that. Oh, it always sucks when something goes wrong and you have to go back and do it all again. Like, it just never feels right the second time round. Anyway, let's try it again. I'd like to say that this is complete, but we're most of the way there. We've got about another 4 layers creeping up, and then we reach the top of this island, where the base will be built on top of. There's going to be another island over in that space, a bridge between the two, and down here we have had some explosions going on because there are mobs spawning there, and when I flew through last time, a skeleton shot a creeper and blew up tons of scaffolding, which I've now got to go and repair. So where we've created this island, it has become dark underneath and mobs are spawning on it, but as you might notice, they are all standing still. And that is because of how they interact with scaffolding, how they look at it. That one's doing a little bit better than the rest, dancing, showing off its moves. But yeah, they're all kind of stuck in the same spot, and there are a lot of creepers standing next to skeletons. Why is it that you can walk over this scaffolding? So yeah, they basically look at it like it's not a block. Anyway, lesson to be learned here. We need to put torches on top of the scaffolding, and we're going to need to put torches up on top of here as well. Otherwise, things are going to spawn in there. Alrighty-o, there we go. Yeah, a bit of a shame that the first clip got destroyed, but it is what it is. Right, we've got work to do now. And the first thing I want to do is collect scaffolding. We don't want to let it go to waste, do we? It took me a lot of time and effort to put it all here. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze again. Where did all that stuff land? Like... Oh, we got funkiness again. Okay. Like, there's the big explosion, and it feels like I hardly picked up any of them. Well, there you go. Thank you for the bless yous and chat. Appreciate it. Right, anyway, we've got to get rid of those mobs and put down some torches. I believe I left the ender chest over here, so this is the place to pick up some torches. There it is, lights. That got swapped around, didn't it? I'm going to blatantly need more than this. 2 birds with 1 stone. Nice use of productivity, says Luke Gamer. Do you mean like recording when streaming? It is very helpful to do that. Really helps. I mean, otherwise I might have not streamed because I've got to get a video done. That's a priority. What am I looking for? Totally brain farted then. These 2 are the ones that I'm after. We want sticks. And we want coal. Now we got torches. Woohoo! Right. Let's get those pesky creatures out of the area. That kind of looked like it. That kind of looked good enough, but I'm not entirely sure. That guy says, read! Capital letters. Well, I read your message. Don't forget the mossy cobblestone, says Eurus. Don't worry, I won't forget. Me? Forgetting? What do you think this is? I don't ever forget anything. Ah, you got an arrow, so you didn't despawn. Oh yeah, I don't need to hold shift to place them. Well, that's good. Badger says, I told Joe that you've been doing some recording in your streams and he loved it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Joe does all his recording. Well, I don't know about all, but he does a lot of streaming and recording. It is actually really, really kind of quite convenient now that I've got it set up and I can do it. I certainly set it up and then didn't really utilize it to begin with. Now, this explosion kind of took place between a bunch of pillars. So I believe that we don't have to rebuild a main pillar, and all we got to do is this. Kind of looks like that's it, you know. Yay! Things got repaired. Sweet. Very good in the hood. Is it possible to record first person in stream while recording third person time lapses splashing puddles? Yes, it's what I've done. When you watch the episode, you'll see all the building we did earlier on in third person, and then you'll see me recording as well. I mean, computers are so powerful and recording is so easy because of transcoding that you could really, like on this computer, I could do all sorts of recording at once. It's just not set up to do it, but it could definitely handle it. We're also going to put torches just above where we are as well. We can also turn off our hitboxes. Yeah, blatantly going to need torches all over this place. Now this right here can be used as part of the dead team base as well. Don't think of it as like an empty crater up in the sky. We can put things in here, you know. Trap designs. Other conspiratorial things. We should have a conspiracy room for conspiring. Oh, it's such an amazing idea. Think of all the conspiring we could do in it. Oh, I'd love that. It'd be so much fun. I do like a bit of conspiring, you know. Your webcam seems to not be working, says Obi-Wan Cannabis. I had to turn it off, man. It broke the other day. Oh, I've had so many complaints about not streaming with webcam as well. It's like you'll want the webcam. It's like it's what you're here for or something. I don't get it. What is so wrong about just not having the webcam on for a little while, you know? Jet fuel can melt steel beams, says Manless. Oh, we're going 911 on this, are we? 911 even. No one says 911. What's up with that? What's up with that? That's the real conspiracy. That's the real conspiracy, okay? That no one says 911. They say 911. Alright? Why not 91-1, okay? That's the real conspiracy. Why is it not 91-1? Oh, I'm angry now. "11 is for the date," says Cookie. Stop being smart. Jeez, 11 is for the date. Okay, British people say 911. Do they? I'm pretty sure most of us say 911 when we talk about 911. 911 is the American, like, call the cops line, right, or whatever, right? Emergency services. Over here it's just 999. And there's other numbers like, I think, 111 and 112 as well are also related to that. I can't quite remember. Just to bother people, 9 and 11. Yeah, call it 9 and 11. And now everyone's telling me what number it is in their country. Go on then. Go on then, tell me. Go ham. Go at it. I really want to know. It's not like I'm going to remember next time I'm in the country, right? I'm not that smart. It's 955556778. That's a great one. Oh, imagine dialing that in an emergency. Whew. You're going to be on that phone call real quick. Ponybot says disgusting number spam. It is a lot of number spam. Where are the deep questions, you know? Where are the deep questions at? Hitting the phone's lock button 5 times is also a shortcut. Is it? Is that on, like, particular types of phones, though? If it's such an emergency, why isn't it number 1? Probably because it's easy to accidentally just dial 1, maybe. At least there's a little bit of something going on. It's a good question. Like, maybe it would be a great idea just to make emergencies 1. Why does efficiency not work on vines? Says Splashes in Puddles. Does it not? It might do. I never bother with it. Just because the shears don't last very long. You could put unbreaking on them too, but then you'd probably want several. Like, maybe it's not that bad. You'd want a couple of them, right? And yeah, I guess it'd only be worth it if efficiency works. Otherwise, you know, you might as well just tear through them. Because you'd want mending and unbreaking to protect something like efficiency. You know, the entire time I've had that replay mod on, I could just show the vines growing as part of the replay mod. Ah, I see. Oh, apparently Cub went and placed some bets. We could go look at what bets Cub placed as well. There might be more bets in the death bet shop. Did you see Cub blew up a part of your nether rail system? My nether rail system? What one's that? I don't have a nether rail system. I can't recall building one of those. I don't think I've made a single rail in the nether that I can think of. X, in your opinion, who's going to win Demise? I think I'm going to win, you know. Because the real game is about having fun, and I've been having a blast. And you can't beat a blast, you know. There's nothing better than having a blast, peeps. X is being trolley, says Alone B. That doesn't even make sense. I'm not a trolley. How can I be a trolley? I think he might have meant the nether highway to the 1.14 village, says Tree. Well, I built that, but there's no rails on it. It's all ice. But X does have a squeaky wheel. I've got a squeaky wheel, apparently. Right, I think we're good with these vines. We are good with these vines. Littering. Oh, disgusting. Yeah, that'll get us through another chunk of building. What sweets do you enjoy, says Sliceable User? Not a lot, really. I find myself getting more and more resistant to eating treats and sweets and whatnot. This Christmas, I'm just planning on... I'm going to eat a lot, but I'm planning on eating like mince pies and having my favourite pancakes and yogurt and stuff, and just focus on having my favourite foods that aren't sweets and chocolates. I probably will end up having some, but I don't know, I just rather enjoy real good food than that stuff. Right, Death Bet Shop. I did not put that there, so maybe Cub put it there or left it there. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, so Iskal hasn't been betted on, but Doc has. Fascinating. Okay, no votes for Joe or Grian. Mumbo's got 18 diamonds. Wow. Cub's thinking it through. No votes for Cleo. I was expecting to... Oh, my goodness me. TFC. 36 votes for TFC there. Impulse. Corrales with 18. B-Dubs hasn't got any. False hasn't got any. Neither's Tango. So... Cubs put his money on B-Dubs, TFC, Mumbo, and Doc. Very interesting. Very interesting bets. Now, I just threw a load on anyone. Once a couple more people die, I'm going to start betting some more. You know? That's my strategy, anyway, to like play it a little bit at a time. Mumbo's votes because he is never on the server, says High Priest Wooloo. Mumbo's on the server. He was on quite a lot yesterday and the day before. X, have you heard of the Cornetto trilogy? The Cornetto trilogy? No, I haven't. Cornetto is an ice cream though, right? That's another one I don't enjoy so much anymore. Not so keen on ice cream. But to say that though, having gelato in Italy was incredible. By the way, we got MYSN001 resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you for your subscription. Mumbo's always at his farm, so he can be hard to spot. Or easier to spot if he's always at his farms. Just go to his farms and find him. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World Ends, Cornetto trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are amazing. The World Ends one didn't really do it for me. Okay, let's make some more of the moss. The moss E. Let's chuck away these extra blocks. Let's get back up there. We got to get on building some more, peeps. That's the game, you know. I think I'm done with my time lapsing as well now. We're going to leave that be with the old replay mod. Redman CT is here subscribing. Redman, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying today's Liggity live stream. World's End seems like a revamped Shaun of the Dead that didn't quite work, says Geordie. I mean, I can barely remember it, so I think sometimes that's testimonial. Watched it, didn't think much of it, can't really remember it, so I don't know what that means, but you know, a great movie you tend to end up watching more than once, I find. Like Shaun of the Dead, seen that probably 3 or 4 or 5 times maybe. X, you should go and trap Grian's base. He hasn't put a video out in a week. He was on here earlier, so he's probably up to something. I don't know what I'm focusing on this. You know, people always suggesting do this, do that. You'll see what I get up to. I've got plans, I've got ideas, but I'm just gonna, you know, focus on it a bit at a time. We got another noise in here. It's Crepsley subscribing. Crepsley, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thick Mustard says, just joined. Did he prank Mumbo? Yes, we pranked Mumbo earlier in the stream. Please, please don't spoil it, peeps, by tweeting Mumbo or telling him that I pranked him or anything. That would really ruin the surprise. So please don't do that. You know, if you missed it, you know, you missed it, okay? Can I tell you what I did? I don't know. Can you describe the meaning of life and how the universe works? It was a pretty next level prank. I mean, it's kind of conceptual in nature. It's very difficult to put across unless you were there, you know. I mean, some of the peeps in chat were here earlier, and they'd probably struggle to tell you what it was all about. They'd probably struggle, I tell you. X, when are you going to play Mindustry again, says Savage Bot? Probably Monday, I think, if I can. One of the best pranks I have ever seen, says Sir Thanks a Lot. Wow! Endorsed right there. I sure hate I missed it, says Thick Mustard. Yep, that's just the way it goes sometimes, right? It's just the way it goes. It was complicated, says Freshwater Taffy. It was very complicated. X, have you made your Minecraft skin yourself or did someone else make it? Raven's Child made my Minecraft skin. Back in Season 1 of Hermitcraft I got this, and it has stuck ever since. It's perfect. I love it. It's kind of, well, iconic, you know, like in our little community. It's like It just is what it is, I guess. I think maybe the fact that I use it as like my channel logo just makes it a bit more prominent, because I know some of the other hermits have like really defining skins, but then again they don't sort of like use them as their logo so much. Is your skin Doom Guy? Says Llama Blade. It is indeed. It is indeed. Ponymut says, honestly, the best prank X has ever done was place a sign saying, haha, get pranked, and nothing else. When was that? When was that? I don't doubt it. I can't remember it. Sounds like a thing we did. What does your first Minecraft skin look like, says JC? My very first one was like the Guy Fawkes Anonymous skin, and then not long after that I changed it to a very ported and clunky looking Doom Guy skin, and then that... Actually no, there was another one in between. There was like this brown haired sort of looks like Zul'jin a bit type skin that I had for a short while. That was actually in the first few videos I made on YouTube, and then before that skin ever like got seen in F5, I had switched to the Doom Guy skin, I believe. Hello YouTube. Has to be said sometimes, doesn't it? Just has to be said. Chipper the Player says, hi Sumo, I'm brand new here, but I love watching the Hermitcraft series. Nice to finally catch one on here. Cool, glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the Liggity Live entertainment. When do you plan on making Hermitcraft 7, says Slicer Bruiser? Great question. We talked about it at length the other night, okay? To be fair, it was pretty ridiculous how long we spent talking about it, and we all agreed that the best time to do Season 7... And let me just stress it, it took us a long time to figure this out, but we realised the best time to do Season 7 was after Season 6 had finished, you know? And I never want to have a meeting about that again, because I lost so much sleep. But we figured it out in the end, you know. We got there in the end. We figured out when Season 7 would happen, which is a good thing. Because people keep asking about it. They're like, when's Season 7? And we didn't have an answer. We didn't have an answer, but now we've got one. So memorize it. Okay, I know it might be a little bit tricky to wrap your head around when it's going to be. Okay, that it comes after Season 6. I know you're probably expecting it to be in the middle of Season 6. But no, Season 6 will end. Aloni V says, the same old joke, X, funny every time. I just change it a little bit every time. You know, it just gets changed a little bit, doesn't it? One Razo is here, resubscribing for 8 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for 8 months of support, Razo. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Igo Splat says, if everyone is taking a copper break in January, does it mean Hermitcraft is ending in December? No, it doesn't mean it's ending in December. It is not ending, basically. Season 6finity for the win! Right. Where's my pick gone again? Disappearing pick. What's up with that? Do you have merch? Says I'm at Lucia. I do have merch. It's on my website, assumavoid.com. But I don't really promote it. It's also commission free though. So you get it super duperly cheap. Well, as cheap as I can get it, basically. And every now and then, Spreadshirt still send me like a paycheck for like $10. And I don't know why, because all the commissions are set to 0. Maybe there's actually like a hidden thing, like you still get like cents or something, I don't know. Hey X, I've been watching a lot of your streams lately and I wish I could sub, but I don't have enough money. Savage Bot, as I say to anyone who can't sub, it is no big deal. Don't you even worry about it. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. If you're having fun, that's good. That's great. Don't worry about the subbing stuff. Not everyone can do it, and that's fine. Ad revenues or sales kickback? Oh, Tuxaban, it might be, yeah. You might get like a little bit of ad revenue for people visiting the page. Never thought of that. But yeah, you know, even though I set it all to be 0, for some reason I still get like a little paycheck, and I don't know why. But it's very rare. It's like a couple of times a year they send me $10 or something. Well, they're supposed to be different, aren't they? And I can't really see. Okay, and there we are at this bit. Up we go by one. Naz Himenon says, "Hey X, what do you think about living on Mars, and do you think there will be any social issues?" Social issues on Mars? Of course, there'll be all kinds of obstacles and difficulties to overcome living on Mars. I don't realistically think we're gonna. Maybe we'll see people go to Mars in our lifetime, but the amount of ginormous obstacles and stuff there is to get around to figuring out how to create a colony on Mars is kind of overwhelming. Like, it looks really quite unfeasible, but who knows? It depends where technology goes, right? No YouTube on Mars? That's kind of sucks, says Yagami. Who knows? Elon will figure it out. Maybe the truck is the first car to Mars, says Angry K9. An individual won't figure it out, that's for sure. It'll take teams of people. You know, we're kind of past the era of the best of science being done by like individual minds. We're at a point now where a lot of science has advanced through big teams of scientists working together, basically. You know. Uranus is better than Mars, says not me. That's rude. Oh, don't talk about my anus. Right, let's continue. Are you going to be affected by the copper rules on YouTube, says Wone. We talked about that earlier at length, and it's a real doom and gloom topic that I've exhausted myself about earlier in the stream, so probably just going to leave it at what I said earlier. X, can you end the stream with LGHT, I'm ahead out? LGHT? What's that? Don't even know what it is. Anyway, peeps, LGHT, I'm ahead out. Funny enough, that made me look at the time and go, oh my goodness me, we've been at this for a while and I didn't even notice. I did not notice the time. LGT, not LGHT. It said LGHT. ITS, people are saying. IGHT. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, peeps, if you want to continue with your Hermitcraft action, then check out the chat and hit the raid button to go see what Doc M is up to. This is it, though, from me. This live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've been entertained. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. I appreciate your support. Thank you to all of my patrons, and I'll see you soon with another one. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.